It appears that tribalism is not dying anytime soon in Kenya Kwanza government. Earlier today, a High Court judge declared some recruitments made by Kenya Revenue Authority as unconstitutional. Let's listen to the story as captured by Citizen before we continue.
So the High Court has declared the recruitment of over 1,000 employees of various cadres within the Kenya Revenue Authority unconstitutional. This after it emerged that the 2023 recruitment was skewed with a particularly high number of recruits bringing from 2 ethnic communities. Now the court stopped KRA from recruiting officers at all levels until ethnicity diversity without a regional balance policy is implemented.
The court declared the recruitment of the revenue assistants unconstitutional as it offends the preamble of the Constitution and articles on ethnic diversity and regional balance. The court found that 1,406 officers, comprising of 614 females and 792 males, were recruited. Out of the 1,406 hired officers, 785 came from 2 communities in Kenya, representing 55.8% of the total recruitment. The remaining 621 positions, representing 44.2% of the total, were shared out among the other communities. Besides ethnic imbalance, the petitioner Peter Kabinga Orongo argued that there were a particularly high number of successful applicants from Thika Town and Kiharu constituencies. The court also declared recruitment of 600 graduate trainees unconstitutional. The capping of the age limit to 28 years was also found to have been discriminative, as it contravened the Constitution, which defined youth to be persons between 18 and 35 years of age. Justice William Musyoka ruled KRA should afford adequate and equal opportunities for appointment, training and advancement at all levels to members of all ethnic groups and persons with disability, and stopped the agency from recruitment at all levels within the authority until ethnic and regional balance policy is put in place within 30 days.
Out of 1,406 recruits, 785 are from 2 communities, the Kikuyu and the Kalenjins. That's 55%. The remaining 45%, that is 621, are left for the other communities to share. That's very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because all Kenyans are paying taxes. But when it comes to jobs, government opportunities, we are seeing only 2 communities benefiting. I want us to put all this into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's continue. A fish will always rot from the head. And when you see the head rotten, the tail will obviously rot. That's exactly what is happening in Kenya today. And I strongly believe Kenyans made a very big blunder by giving William Ruto and his team the opportunity to serve Kenya. Kenyans lost a wonderful opportunity where they could have elected leaders of integrity. Even before William Ruto came to power, it was very clear beyond any reasonable doubt that his integrity was questioned. Kenyans knew all this, but still a section of the population voted for William Ruto. So it's true we are suffering as a nation because of the blunders made by a section of the population. The mountain and the Kalenjin Rift Valley. When Ruto was forming his government, when he was appointing the cabinet secretaries, appointments were only going to two communities, the Gema and the Kalenjin nations. When he was done with the cabinet secretaries, the same trend went to the principal secretaries, the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins. And now these people William Ruto gave jobs, they are just trying to copy from the master. They are just trying to copy from the master. So it's true, Ruto set a very bad example to these individuals he gave jobs. They are also just appointing people from their ethnic backgrounds. This is a government full of nepotism and tribalism. And when you see William Ruto's government failing, it's because of such issues. Appointments are not being made on merit, but being made on the basis of where you come from or on the basis of your political affiliation. So they end up appointing wrong individuals who are very much incompetent, who cannot deliver. And that's why everything this government tries doing ends up failing. G2G failed very badly, and even this issue of taking our police to Haiti is almost failing. A confirmation that Ruto appointed individuals in his government who cannot advise him properly. And if at all they are advising him properly, then it's not heeding to their advice. So I'm seeing a clear possibility where the problem is Ruto himself. He's coming out as very divisive, an ethnic chauvinist. And that's why I've always maintained that Ruto is not fit holding a public office. And that's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. A president should be a symbol of national unity. When we have a president that is actually dividing Kenyans along ethnic lines, then that's not a person worth occupying that office of the presidency. He's very divisive and coming out clearly as a symbol of national disunity. Let me congratulate the High Court judge who declared those positions unconstitutional. And this is why sometimes I do maintain that the lower courts are performing far much better than the upper courts. The higher you move in our judiciary, the more incompetent and compromised the judges become. In fact, as of today, the Supreme Court is seen as the weakest link in our judiciary. So the High Court judge should and must be congratulated. The annoying bit about it again, anytime William Ruto tours the country, especially in areas that never supported him, he goes there to campaign for 2027. But when it comes to real appointments being made in his government, he's just looking at where people from his community are coming from. And this is why, again, I strongly believe that Kenyans should reject William Ruto and his ethnic appointees. Kenyans should reject that. And if you look at those being appointed, they are not your ordinary mama mboga or boda boda, but people with close links to Ruto and his team in government. Go to the Rift Valley, go to the mountain. Your ordinary mama mboga there is suffering just as somebody who is in Kisumu is also suffering. These appointments are not Kalenjin per se or Kikuyu per se, but William Ruto and his men, they are appointing their close friends and those with connections to them. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.